So a question was just asked then, how would I go about creating a handrail within Illustrator for an elevation? So let's move into this. So I'm assuming that you already know how to use Illustrator, and this is a 3 by 3 mm grid. So I'm just going to click on the marquee tool, click here, and I'm going to have the width of 30 millimeters just for the sake of it. Yours will be different, and the height is 2.7 millimeters. And then we have another the other story. So I'm just going to duplicate this, and I'm going to offset it slightly because we want to have a handrail there. Okay, so I'm just having this, all right? One thing we do need to remember though is that if we have a two-story house, so not really two-story, a single-story house, a ground level and a level one, which is really a double-story house, we need to understand that there's a gap between the two levels, right? So that allows for the thickness of the floor, the ceiling, and the floorboards, for example. So that thickness in real life is normally it's normally 350 millimeters in height. So let's move this up and let's punch this in here at 1 to 100 scale, and that would be to reduce it down into, for example, to reduce it down in terms of our VCAR technical drawing guidelines, which would probably be, we scale it down or up. So it could be 3 millimeters or it could be 4 millimeters in height. So click on OK. And what you do is you move this down here. All right, so this is representing like a cutaway section. If you want this to be as one normal sort of look from outside, then you select it, and then you can go to Pathfinder, and then you go to Unite. So let's move this top part here down. Okay, I'm just going to move this whole thing down so you can see it all on the screen there. Okay, that's good. All right, so a handrail. So let's zoom in a little bit more to do the handrail. So our handrail, the posts can be, for example, depends on what type of material you use. Let's understand that we will probably have a 100 millimeter thick post, so that there is going to be so we'll have a 100 millimeter post, and the height of it would be, so I'm just guessing here in terms of the height of a railing, what the codes are for that, but I assume they would be about or probably about a meter high. So let's ensure that we're in the right height. So we go to transform tool and we click on this reference point, which is the base reference point, and our height, we place it down as, let's have it as 1.2 meter. So it's 12 millimeters there. And that is the height of our post. Let's have another post in here somewhere. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more because it's not really throwing the tool. It's throwing the tool off a little bit. So I'm going to the move tool, move this across, press Shift Option, or on the PC you can do Alt, and we'll move this across here like that. You can have it so that it's halfway if you wish. Okay, at the moment it's not. Let's move it into the next one here, and that's probably about halfway there. Let's check. Yeah, so it's either this side or that side of that space, okay? So we also have the top of the handrail, and we can just draw this shape here, okay? Ensure though that this dimension, the thickness of this stroke, I need to find the stroke area here. So the thickness of my stroke is going to be 0.3 millimeters. Press enter. Okay, and that is my handrail, basic handrail. Okay, let's look at it from another angle. So let's look at it from another projection. So I'm just going to copy those two items there, move it across, and have these two line up here because we are looking at, let's say, a north projection of the space. So I'm just going to also copy across this handrail here. Okay, and move this handrail right across. Okay, so what we can do is we can move this rail right across here to the other side. Okay, and you can do some really cool stuff here. You can click on this one here and then this one here. We go to this tool here, which is the blend tool, and we click in the center. We click in the center of that one there. Is it working? There it is. And we go straight into this tool here. And what we can do is we can change it from smooth color to specified steps. And we preview it and we reduce this down till we get a decent sort of looking amount of space between these posts. So you can see here that I can actually increase and decrease the amount of posts, which is really cool. And they're all set up so that they're all evenly spaced. Hopefully that helps you out. Remember that you actually, on this side here, you need some type of door. And the door will be, let's say, here, for example. Okay, making sure that my door is, the height of the door is 20 millimeters high, because most doors are 2000 millimeters high. And that there is our elevation. What we need to do too is ensure that this door is behind everything else. So we press Shift, Command, and then open square bracket, and it'll bring this door to the back. We go to this rail here because it's intersecting with the rail, and we change this rail so that we have a white color on it, and that's how we clean that up. Hopefully that has helped you out. Any questions, just ask in class or ask on our channel. All right, thank you, bye.